Hey everybody, welcome to our next read aloud. You might notice this week that some of the read alouds that I'm choosing go right along with some of the tools that we practice at school. So I'll make sure I point that out just to make it really clear. This story is called The Listening Walk, and I bet students, you probably know what tool this goes along with. It's pretty simple because it is called the listening tool. One thing that I was just reminding myself about with the listening tool is that the listening tool emphasizes that we listen with our eyes, our ears, our heart, and our mind. It's not just a matter of hearing, like I heard what you said, but it takes a little bit more work and effort to listen really carefully. And I love how this book, the light is hitting it funny, how this book talks about that, and I think gives a great idea for an activity that I know a lot of you are doing already, which is a lot of taking walks in your neighborhood. But you might try taking a listening walk to be really, really mindful of what it is that you're hearing. You might have better ideas about it after I read. I'm going to scooch a little bit to see if I can get the sun to not be quite as annoying. Although I love the sun, so I don't want to say that. All right. The listening walk. I like to take walks. I take walks with my father and our dog. Our dog is called Major. He's an old dog and he does not walk very fast. We go down the street and we do not talk. My father puts his hand in his pocket and he thinks. Major walks ahead and he sniffs. I keep still and listen. I call this a listening walk. On a listening walk, I do not talk. I listen to all the different sounds. I hear many different sounds when I do not talk. First, I hear Major's toenails on the sidewalk. Major has long toenails. When he walks, his toenails scratch the sidewalk, so they go twick, 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 twick. I hear my father's shoes on the sidewalk. My father walks slowly, and his shoes go dop doop, dop doop. I can't hear my shoes. I wear sneakers. I hear all sorts of sounds on a listening walk. I listen to the sounds I never listened to before. I listen to lawnmowers. Lawnmowers are very noisy. A lawnmower makes a steady zooming noise. It goes kind of like this. Zoom. I have been hearing a lot of lawnmowers in my neighborhood this last couple of days because it's been so nice. I like to listen to lawn sprinklers. Lawn sprinklers are very quiet. They make different sounds. Some sprinklers make a steady whispering sound like this. Other sprinklers turn around and around. They go like this. Have you noticed that different sprinklers make different sounds? On a listening walk, I can hear cars in the street. The shiny new cars are quiet, and they make only a soft But old cars are very noisy. Old cars sound like this. Bracka, 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 bracka. When cars go around the corner too fast, the tires go whoosh. When cars stop too quickly, the brakes go arr. I have noticed in my neighborhood a lot less cars driving around lately. But I certainly notice them when they do go by. On a listening walk, I hear all kinds of sounds. A bicycle bell ringing, tring, tring. A baby crying, wah. A jet flies over. Jets are very noisy when they're overhead. A jet goes, eew. A boy runs by dribbling his basketball, bump, 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 bump. Boy, Eli has been playing basketball a ton during this time at home, and I am very, very used to hearing that basketball sound right outside my window. A lady hurries by us. She is wearing high heels. The lady's high heels go bick-buck, bick-buck, bick-buck. A bus is coming, and the lady starts to run. Bick, 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 bick. The bus stops at the corner, and the lady gets on. The bus starts up again. Troof. Now, I don't know if you guys walk by or live near a bus stop, but I have a bus stop right on my corner, like one house away. And so I actually do hear these sounds quite a bit. A Around the corner, men are digging up the street. They are using a jackhammer. It makes a loud banging sound. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The jackhammer hurts my ears. I put my hands over my ears as we walk by. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Give me a thumbs up if you have heard a jackhammer. Those things are so loud. I notice almost every worker I've ever seen use one has to have earphones on, which is good to protect their hearing. Sometimes my father and I take Major to the park. It's quiet there. The sounds in the park are not loud like the noises on the street. My father and I walk down a shady path. I do not talk. I just listen. I listen to my father's shoes on the path. They make a soft sound. They go chuff, 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 chuff. I listen to the birds in the park. I listen to the pigeons and the ducks. The pigeons fly down to meet us. They want us to feed them. The pigeons puff up their feathers. They take tiny little steps. They come toward us, nodding their heads, and they say, proo, 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 proo. Looks like she came prepared to feed them. At the pond, the ducks are waiting. They want us to feed them too. The small ducks swim up close. They turn their heads on one side and look up at us. The small ducks waggle their tails and quack. They say, gank, gank, wonk, wonk, gank, gank. The big ducks are not so brave. They stay back and swim around in circles. The big ducks look at us, but they do not come close. The big ducks say, quack, quack, quack. Sometimes I hear a woodpecker in the park. The woodpecker sounds like a little hammer. He goes rat-a-tat-tat-tat. In the park, I hear crickets in the grass. The crickets go creet, creet, creet. I hear the wind in the leaves. It whispers shh. I hear bees in the flowers. Bzzz. It's fun to go on a listening walk. You do not have to go far. You can walk around the block and listen. You can walk around your yard and listen. You do not even have to take a walk to hear sounds. There are sounds everywhere all the time. All you have to do is keep still and listen to them. Right now, there are sounds you can hear. When you finish this page, close the book and listen. How many different sounds can you hear right now? Close your book and count them. So I'm going to let you try that, but I do want to tell you one thing. Just the other day, when I was home and doing some work, I started to hear this little noise, and I thought, what is that? Is that like water dripping, or is something breaking? I don't know what it is. And you know what it turned out to be? Is a clock that was ticking. And usually our house is loud enough. We have music playing or people talking or lots going around. And there's enough noise that I don't ever notice the clock ticking. And it was kind of cool to just listen and think, oh, that's a sound I'm not used to hearing. And it's a sound I can only hear when it's pretty darn quiet. So anyway, when I sign off here, I want you to just sit still in a certain part of your house or maybe right outside the door and just take a few minutes to just listen. All right, see you guys.